What is going on, my beautiful LARPers and LARPettes? Today is going to be a couple of videos of the range days that I did. Did a range day yesterday at Beretta and media day today, and now I'm here at Prairie Fire's range day. So it's going to be a bunch of videos compiled of all the different range days that I did. So hopefully you guys enjoy the content, and hopefully I don't try to confuse you guys on where I'm at. But Prairie Fire, NSSF Media Day, and Beretta Range Day. Alrighty, guys, I am here at the Prairie Fire Range Day, or now it's called Staccato Vegas,
Yep.
right?
Yes, sir.
Staccato Vegas Range Day, and I am here with
Paul Smith.
Paul Smith. How's it going? And you are, what do you do at Staccato?
I'm the vice president of new product for
Okay,
Staccato.
and obviously we have a new product here. What do we have here for SHOT Show 2025?
Yeah, for SHOT, we're debuting the Staccato P4 and P4-5. This is really the Staccato HD family of product.
Okay.
This is a new evolution of the 2011. It's really a movement from kind of the current generation of product for us into this new generation, really based around the magazine.
Okay.
So we really engineered this thing from the ground up around a Glock pattern magazine. We're using these 18-round Metgar magazines. These are incredibly great magazines as well. Generally speaking, this was the start. This is what we started around. Everybody knows kind of what the world of the 2011 magazine is, and why we would be going in this direction. This really is a movement towards what some specific customers required of us or requested of us. They said, "Can you build us a gun around this magazine?" And we said, "Yeah, we can look into it."
Yeah.
And so we started with that, and that was really the impetus of the project. They asked us to do this, and we said, "Sure, we'll give it a shot." So that's what this really started with, and that's really the kind of the path forward here. So much of this is really building the handgun around this. So we engineered the entire thing really functionally around this. So the internals of this pistol, while it's very much a 2011, it's a morphed 2011. So this gun shares very few components with the current platform. Outside of Sears and Sears springs, disconnectors, things like that, most of the rest of the parts have adapted or changed for improvements in reliability, shootability, durability, all the things that we're really chasing here. So it's a platform and a product really designed around that core customer's needs. We've improved the ergonomics, we've improved the reliability, we've improved the shootability. It is still very much the standard 1911, 2011 grip angle. That's been a common question point here. Obviously, it's very much what we'd expect to be there with the grip angle being what we have in our DNA really at this point.
Yeah.
The trigger is a Series 80 trigger, but we have to go back to the kind of what was the issues with the Series 80. The challenges with the Series 80 for most part came down to two issues. One was either manufacturing poorly manufactured parts, or two, I was trying to build a 2-pound trigger and I can't build a 2-pound trigger. That was kind of the general feedback. Obviously, this is a 4 to 4.5 pound trigger. That's what it is. And then with these, the individual Series 80 components, we actually EDM those in-house. Those things are cut to extreme precision and then polished in-house. We manufacture all those components as a critical point, really, for us. And we have, generally, I think the proof's in the pudding, but the trigger feels every bit like a Staccato feel. You got to shoot it. You could say that at the end of the day, it feels like a Staccato trigger.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it didn't really feel like I was shooting anything other than a 2011. Now it just has a Glock mag in it, but it's kind of like a completely different gun, but same but different, but still same, right?
Exactly. No, fully ambidextrous, so ambidextrous slide stop, ambidextrous thumb safety, swappable mag catch. You can just swap it around pretty easily. It's a user level thing, not an armor level thing. Runs a common pattern front sight, so you can swap that front sight to a common pattern. New optic mounting system for us. So the optic system, really, we're calling this the host optic system. What this is a direct mount optic system. So these screws go straight down into the slide, and there's a spacer basically that's adapting to the individual optic. But there's no screws in the intermediary.
Gotcha.
That the screws are only coming down to the optic and basically sandwiching that system together. We move the front sight up in front. It's helping with two different things. Really, debris if you have brass or anything else, but also it keeps a huge amount of the oil and carbon and other stuff, the general blowback off the pistol. It actually keeps those optic lenses lenses a lot cleaner for a lot longer, which we've seen it just downstream benefits to some of this. We did separate the front sight, so the front sight is actually on the slide and not on the optic plate, and that's really to separate failure modes, right?
Gotcha.
So if the optic was to come off, you still have a sighting system on the pistol.
Gotcha. Now, this is another, like maybe a third one, I don't know. Usually why I put a front sight, or I usually have guns that have a rear sight actually at the front of the optic, is because with these smaller ones like the RMR here, it usually takes up like a good portion of that window when you're trying to look through that window. So it's easier to find that
less of that window. Yes, yeah. So it's easier to find the dot. It obscures less of the window. We can also then, with the offset sights like the HD or the SRO, we can actually pull those all the way to the back as well.
Okay.
So it gives us more room to do what we need to do with the bigger sights as well.
Okay. So this one is the 4-inch model, right?
This is the P4, yes sir.
The P4, and then you have a 4.5-inch which has that like the island barrel.
It's a
type.
sight block. Yep,
Sight
yep,
block,
yeah.
okay.
So the P45 is in operation. The P45 is basically the same mechanical gun. What it adds is a 1/2 inch sight block, basically. So you end up with a 4.5-inch rifled length, but you're still operating off of a 4-inch slide. So what the interesting piece to that is you get the mechanical reliability of that faster cycling speed, but you're gaining the shootability of that weight from the sight block out on the nose. So it shoots very much. It is a tremendously soft shooting pistol, and at the same time keeps the mechanical reliability of these shorter, faster pistols as well.
Nice. Now, are these shipping now, and what's the price of these?
Sure. So the P4 starts at $24.99. The P45 starts at $25.99.
Okay.
The ship date, if I'm not mistaken, is 28th of this month, 28th of January. These will be
So
shipping.
pretty soon.
Yeah, they'll be shipping really within a week or two here.
Okay, awesome. Oh yeah, that one's really nice.
All right, what's up, guys? Nate here from OA Defense, SHOT Show 2025. We're out here at Range Day. We're just releasing our Pro Elite, 2311 Pro Elite model. This is going to be very similar to what we released 2 years ago.
Okay.
In the essence of it, it's an entirely metal gun.
Oh, nice.
So we have all of our other models still available with the polymer grips, interchangeable mag wells, all of those features. But now we can have all of the greatness of the 2311, all the compatibility with the 2311 with a full metal grip.
Okay.
So you can see here, it's got a pretty aggressive texture. We are in development for additional mag wells to include some made out of brass. Additional thumb tactile ledges here on the left and right sides, because you can see here, unlike our polymer models, this is actually retained by a screw.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a bit where you can get it where it's completely gone, or you can have a very robust size, and you can start to configure left and right. Right-handed shooter. I don't need this one. But I would like this one to be bigger. Stuff like that, so I can truly make it mine.
Okay.
But we're gonna have the same thing. We still ship them out with multiple plates, multiple front sight posts, and they still partner up with our 320 magazine pattern, which from now on they're all gonna ship with these mag pulls.
Okay, awesome. And this is released today?
released today. They probably won't start shipping until about mid-March, late March.
Okay.
But they are starting to be available now.
And what's the price going to be on this?
So they're going to cap around 3,200.
3,200. Okay. This thing is nuts. So quiet. Oh my gosh. This thing's insane. Too bright. No, that's good. Cool. Ready? Really nice.
Works because we can't go back.
I don't need to waste it. I like it. I really like push track. That is a very cool addition.
Alrighty, guys, I am here with DJ. DJ, right? That's how you. Or do you want something else? Or DJ's cool.
DJ is fine.
DJ, okay. At the Laugo Arms booth, what do we have here new for SHOT Show 2025?
So what we have here is going to be the Laugo Arms Alien Remus. So this is going to be the compact model of our Creator Evolution line. This one is geared towards carry. The reason we made it that way, a lot of people actually wanted to carry one. I was actually shocked by that.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people wanted to carry because of how good it shoots.
Yeah.
And even though we made everything smaller, as in the barrel length and the slide, it still shoots and performs like the full size.
Yep.
It takes the same grips as the full-size Evolution,
Okay.
but you can swap out the panels to make it more slimline and fit for your carry purposes. But you can also put the larger mag well, the larger back strap, the larger grips, different textures, everything you want on there.
So you can race this one out essentially still.
Absolutely, you can. And if you shot it, you already know.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
probably
Oh,
move
yeah.
with it a little bit.
That thing's amazing.
Yeah. The thing I like about it too, because since it is for carry, some people prefer a safety when they carry.
Okay.
So we did throw a safety on here. Very simple, just flips up for safe, and then when you want to shoot, just flips right on down.
Okay.
And we also have the optic model, which has the PTR system, the push to rack. There's going to be a gold tab right here in front of the optic where you push that down, and now you can rack the slide with the optic. Say like you need to do one-handed manipulations, things of that nature, you can do so. But then the optic will stay stationary during reciprocation.
Okay. And that safety works for that little fin there, right?
No, that safety just stops the gun from functioning completely.
Just the gun. Okay. Alrighty.
And it's on the slide, so it's not on the frame or anything like that. It'll reciprocate with it, but you can't knock it on accident. You have to actually try to put the safety on.
Gotcha. Now, are these releasing here at SHOT Show, or what's the release date and what's the price on these
So
guys?
they're already available for pre-order now,
Okay.
and they're going to be available in shipping in April.
April? Mm-hmm. Okay. Alrighty, cool. Yeah, it only makes sense just because somebody like you that's competing with one of these all the time and shooting one of them, you're going to be really familiar with the way it shoots, how it feels and stuff, so it only makes sense to put one in your pants, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I say that though when people do compete, I always say if there's a way to carry a version of what you compete with, why not do that? It's the you're the most comfortable with that platform, and when you grab it and you need to use it, you don't have to think.
You don't think twice about it.
Not even a second. So it just makes sense for the carrying one of these. Just is when you shoot an alien, just like anything, Shadow 2 compact, anything you shoot that, carry the compact version of it.
Cool, man. Well, DJ, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate your time. thing's smooth. So if I let go, then,
Locked again.
oh.
The way the present system works, as long as you have direct control over the weapon, it'll stay unlocked. So you can see you can move your finger off the sensor like you just did there, but you still have direct control over it, so you can still shoot. So it's real important for like minor adjustments.
Gotcha.
If somebody takes it from you or it leaves your grip for any hand or any reason, then it's relocked.
Gotcha. I can shoot like a couple rounds here handed to you, and it won't be able to fire.
Correct.
Okay. I am here with
Kai from Biofire.
How's it going, man? It's
going great.
Biofire. So I just shot this thing. What do we even have here today?
Yeah, so this is the Biofire Smart Gun. It's a 9mm home defense handgun with a built-in biometric recognition system. So it's always locked by default, and only when you or somebody that you've chosen picks it up is it going to unlock and function.
Okay. Now, what made you even want to come up with something like this? This thing is pretty, to me, it's futuristic. It means it should be coming out with like maybe 10, 15 years from now and shooting laser beams or something like that. What made you come out with this? What was the inspiration behind this?
Well, you know, I love building the future. It's first up, but I first started getting into this of how can we build the perfect home defense gun, right? Something that you can keep on your nightstand, you can have easy, fast, instant access to, but you have confidence it's always locked, right? You don't need to worry about your kid, your teenager, somebody who's broken into your home, getting access to the firearm in a way that you don't intend. And I think this is a very common problem, right? Whether you're a first-time gun buyer and you're considering bringing a gun to your home, or you've got, gun safe full of guns, there's still that one that you're probably keeping out for home defense. And that's something where, for being able to prevent children getting access to guns, a lot of the really unfortunate events that we see happen there, as well as teenage suicide and a lot of the other challenges there, is something that I think is really super important. And so we really want to create a better option, right? Something that, definitely this is not, for every use case. This is not designed to replace every gun on the market by any means, but for that one home defense gun, I think we've built the best possible home defense gun you can buy.
Gotcha. Now it seems, like it's just in its own category. As far as what we were talking about earlier, California resident, so this is available for sale in California?
Yeah, so it's available for sale in every single state right now, and we're working through regulatory approvals. California, it's not fully published yet, but it is approved, both as a firearm as well as a firearm safety device. Okay. And so that's something that we expect to see publishing on the roster here in the next couple weeks. We're working on fulfilling orders, both in California as well as throughout the country. We've got a big backlog, but for anybody that places order today on smartgun.com, we expect to be shipping in early 2026 for those orders.
Gotcha. Now, a couple other questions. So as far as the electronics in this thing, how long does the battery last? What kind of warranty are we looking at? How reliable is it with everybody knows electronics fail sometimes. So what do we have as far as reliability wise on how the longevity of this unit here?
Totally. So for battery life, every smart gun comes here with this Biofire dock, and so this is a core part of the solution. That's kind of how you enroll users, interact with it. It's also how you charge the gun. Okay. And so we recommend for home defense that you keep it plugged in. But once you remove from the dock, you'll get at least a week of battery life and up to a month, depending on exactly how you're using it. Okay. So it's not an Apple Watch. It's not something you're charging every night that you need to think about. The goal is that you have that peace of mind. You don't need to be thinking about it. In terms of broader reliability, we test this to the same standards as any other weapon out there, right? So just because it's got a bunch of advanced technology in it, we've done the work to make it robust, make it reliable, ensure that it's going to not just work today, but work for you 10 years in the future. And so we've got a full detailed warranty you can see on our website. We offer free returns if you're not happy with it. We've built, what we think is a really tremendous product, and, we're willing to stand behind that.
Gotcha. Now, last question, or I think I have another question after this, but as far as biometrics go, I usually use some type of biometric safe or something like that, and sometimes it doesn't do too well with sweaty hands, or maybe you're eating Cheetos on your couch and somebody
Chicken
breaks
wings.
in and you got to grab this thing here. How well does it do with sticky fingers or something like that?
Great question. Well, we've got a YouTube video on our channel that is one of the folks on our team eating a big plate of chicken wings and then shooting the gun, and it works
Nice.
great. So, a couple things there. One, I will say, there's been $45 million of research and development that's gone into this product. So this is a little bit different than your average gun safe, not just because we've had to fit it in there and build a whole gun, but we've really gone back to the drawing board on the biometrics and developed custom solutions. This is not the same fingerprint sensor or facial recognition system that you'd see in any other product out there. It's custom built by us. We partnered with some really great folks to build that, best in the industry. So I will say fingerprint sensor is better than anything else you're going to see on the market. If your hands are sufficiently wet or dirty, or you're wearing gloves, the fingerprint sensor is not going to work. So it's going to work in 99.9% of situations, especially in home defense. It's almost always going to work. But we did want to have that full peace of mind, and 99.9 is not good enough. That's what the facial recognition system is really for.
Facial recognition. Okay, I didn't know that.
In addition to the fingerprint, there's a 3D infrared facial recognition system back here, very similar to what you'd see on a modern smartphone. And this is also something we've custom designed, and that's going to work in any condition, right? It doesn't matter how dirty your hands are. It doesn't matter if you miss your grip, something like that. So it's a little slower, right? And most of our users will still end up using the fingerprint as the kind of primary biometric, but the two work together really nicely, where you can use either the fingerprint or the face.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. And then, what's the price going to be on these, and are these actually for sale right now?
Price point's $1,500, and that's for the full system. That's the smart gun and the dock, as well as there's a variety of other accessories like the Biofire hard case that can go along with that. And they're available for sale right now at smartgun.com. So every gun is made to order. As I mentioned, we have quite a backlog, so orders today will be received in 2026. But we're working way through. More and more people you'll see out there are getting their hands on them this year. And yeah, they're available for sale right now.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, man.
Likewise. Thank you.
Very, very cool and interesting. Alrighty, guys, I'm here at Beretta's Range Day for SHOT Show 2025 with Logan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming by.
What do we have new for SHOT Show 2025?
Yeah, so we're going to have some great stuff in the booth that we're really excited to show off here at the Range Day, but then also get a chance to see it in the booth. So starting off with kind of the big new things is the new 22 Bobcat. So this is the new 22 caliber tip-up pistol. So this is a redone, modernized version of the 21A that we've had out for a long time. We did a couple of cool things where we moved the tip-up barrel release from a lever to being a push button, and then we moved the mag release, it used to be down here, up into the more normal tradition behind the trigger well. Also increased the capacity, so this has got an 8-round capacity now, the old one was 6. Now we've added some new grips, so there's G10 grips, make it a good thick grip to fit in your hand, but it's still easy to pocket carry, easy to control. So that's one. We're going to have 4 different colorways. It's going to come with either suppressor height sights or standard height sights, depending on what you're looking for. So that's this guy.
And what's the price going to be on this guy when it comes out?
Yeah, so the standard version is $499, and then the one with the suppressor height sights is $549.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is MSRP. So moving on from there, we've got a couple other neat things we've got going on. So let me show you this guy. This is the new 80X Cheetah, but in 32 ACP, which is really cool. So the traditional one is 380, great caliber, excellent. The 32 Auto, also very, very cool. A little bit softer shooting, a little bit lighter action and gun. Excellent little ad. It's probably our most popular shooter out here today because it's just like shooting a laser beam. It's flat shooting, it's fun, light recoil, light sound reports. So that's great.
What's the price going to be on that guy there?
Yeah, so it's going to be the same price as the standard 380 caliber. So it's going to be $699 for the standard version as MSRP.
Cool.
Moving on from there, we've got a couple of new 90 series and an 80X. Show you this guy. This is the APX in the flat dark earth colorway. We're showing it off with the Steiner MPS mounted on there. So it's the same grade APX we've had. We've got it in new flat dark earth, and a gray will be coming later on this year.
Gotcha.
So same grade gun, new colorway. Excited to show that off. Then moving on from there, we've got 2 new colorways of the 92X Performance that we're really, really excited about. The first one is what we're calling the Dark Series. So it's going to be 3 different colorways, all of them in this dark nickel color, and then a red, a blue, and a yellow grip with a kind of a performance flair to it. Optional magwell as well to make that a real true race gun. Going to have the adjustable sights on it, carry optic version, so it's going to have the Picatinny rail.
Nice.
Gives a little bit more weight forward, Brigadier slide, and this will come with 3 extended mag capacity. So that is a great looking colorway gun, something new to round out that 92X Performance series.
What's the price going to be on this one here?
So we haven't set that just yet. It's probably going to be in the $1549 MSRP, kind of right in that neighborhood.
Gotcha.
Then moving on from there and to end on the kind of the highlight, the one that's really flashy and cool, is this guy.
Yeah.
So this is the same base gun, but what we've done is we bring these guns in from Italy, and then we completely take these apart, and then we work with Howa Arms, and they are gold plating those. So that is 24 karat.
It's
This is real gold plated. There's about 3 grams of gold in this thing.
Nice.
There's over $150 in gold just in this gun. but it's not just a display piece. We've been out here running it. We put over 1,000 rounds to this gun today, and it's surviving it just fine.
Nice.
So this gun will be 2 limited edition runs. There'll be 500 of the performance optic gun and 500 of the defensive gun. It'll ship in a very special, very cool display box. But of course, it's still a working gun, so you can bring it out here, burn it down, take it to the range, show it off. But that is going to be very, very cool, and that's going to be coming later in Q1.
Okay, cool. And what's the price going to be on this one?
Yeah, also we're still working on that. It's probably going to be about that $23.99 price point.
Gotcha.
But it's going to be an amazing, gorgeous gun and some amazing packaging.
Gotcha. And I think we missed the price on the APX. What's the price on that one?
APX will stay the same it is today, so $549 for the tactical version.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Logan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Really appreciate you coming by. Thank you.
All right, guys. So unfortunately, my plane was a little late today, so I couldn't make it to the range day portion to shoot the actual guns, which I'm pretty sad about. But I was still able to check them out and talk to Logan about them. If you guys would like to see any of these on my channel to review, go ahead and leave a comment down below, but I'm really liking this 24 karat gold one here. Alrighty guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed that footage. I was trying to get as many interviews and talking with the microphone as I could, but it was extremely windy, extremely cold, so I was able to get what I could when the wind would die down, or hopefully that footage wasn't too windy and noisy for you guys. But thank you guys for watching, and let's get on with the SHOT Show coverage tomorrow and throughout the week. And let me know what you would like to see in the comments down below if I missed anything. Thank you guys.